Hello, welcome to our ELD channel for the Virtual Academy, and welcome to those who are not in the Virtual Academy. We hope you use this content. Every time I put down my pen, you can pause the video and have students write or speak or read as instructed. All right, so today our very first task is going to be, this is going to be in several parts. So we're going to talk about thesis statements today. And the type of writing is opinion, oops, that's an O, sorry. Opinion slash persuasive writing. Okay, so I'm going to put down my pen and you are going to copy this. This is an O, by the way. And then I'm going to, teachers, make sure you unpause when you're ready. All right. So usually opinion and persuasive writing in terms of different tests you might take or essays you might need to write in school, middle school, upper elementary school, even high school, they will ask you, so I do want you to write this. They will ask you to pick one of two options. Pick one of two options. Go ahead and copy that for me. Excellent. So you're going to pick one of two options. Usually those options are given to you. So for example, if I say, what's better, working during the day or working at night? Which is more beneficial, studying music or playing sports? Think of all the would you rather questions, right? You are supposed to pick one. You're supposed to pick one. And because oftentimes there's prompts are predetermined questions or scenarios given to you. Sometimes you don't have a big viewpoint on it. So for example, I'll show you some examples in a bit. Sometimes you don't have a big viewpoint, but guess what? You still have to pick one. You have to pick one so you can learn to present your argument. You could learn to present your opinion and back your opinion up. Now, every time we write an opinion or persuasive piece of writing, we need to include and start off with a thesis statement. And I do want you to copy this down. This will be the most writing we have right now for a little bit. Okay, so thesis statement. Go ahead and write that down. Thesis statement. Okay, so what is a thesis statement? A thesis statement states your point of view in one sentence. A thesis statement states your point of view in one sentence, and it should be the very first sentence of your essay. Go ahead, copy that down. Excellent. So the reader should not have to read your whole essay and wait until the middle of it to figure out what your opinion is. The reader should be able to immediately know what your paper is about and where you stand on that. Where you stand on that. So for example, if the prompt says something like, what's more important to study, math or science? That very first sentence, let's say you think it's math, should say something like, math is the most important subject to study in school. Right away, the reader will know that it's about math and they will know what your opinion is. Okay, so that's what your thesis statement is. So for this exercise, we're going to talk about thesis statements and we're going to practice writing a few thesis statements based on simple prompts. So what I want you to do, you could use, I'm going to go ahead and put page 1. You could use the same paper if you want, We're going to have 5 spots. I'm just going to get a fresh piece of paper just because I want to. And I'm going to go, this will be my number 2, because at the end we have to upload, or however your teacher wants this. You need to make sure you turn it in. So I'm going to go ahead and put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We're going to go ahead and write 5 thesis statements. You're going to go ahead and write this on your own. I would like you to write it on a piece of paper, but if your teacher wants you to do it on a Google Doc, that's absolutely fine. Absolutely. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a couple of options in terms of, well, actually, let's go ahead and start with number 1. Here is my first prompt. Both waffles and pancakes are popular breakfast staples in the United States. Staples means things that we regularly eat or regularly use. They're staples in music, staples, books. That means the things that we use often. So here in the United States, waffles and pancakes are eaten regularly. They are staples in the United States in the breakfast scene, right? Which one is superior or better? Why? I'm going to read that again. Both waffles and pancakes are popular breakfast staples in the United States. Which one is superior? Why? So the first thing you have to do is, what's your point of view? Now, sometimes when you read a prompt, you're going to have an opinion right off the bat. You might be very passionate about your opinion, and that's fine, because an opinion piece, some passion is good, but reasons for your passion is even better. You want some passion, but you also want some good reasons or some good evidence if you can find some, right? So I personally don't really have a huge I don't really have a huge preference between waffles and pancakes. But I know if I'm writing an opinion piece, I need to pick one. Pick one. So I can't be wishy-washy. I can't be like, well, sometimes I like waffles, sometimes I like pancakes. No, no, no. I'm not going to do well on that essay. I have to give a persuasive essay. I have to give an opinion telling you which one of the two I like. So I'm going to go ahead and Crab Scout, you're out. Okay, well, I guess it's out, but I'm going to go ahead and stick with pancakes. So for mine, I'm going to pretend that I just adore pancakes. I'm going to pretend. I do like pancakes, but I like waffles too. But I have to pick one because that's what opinion essays do. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to,
You're on mute.
I'm sorry, was I mute for a while? I'm going to let the reader, I'm going to let the reader know immediately where I stand. So I'm going to write pancakes are are the best choice for breakfast. Pancakes are the best choice for breakfast. Um, I don't know if I like how that sounded. And pancakes are the best choice for breakfast. Anyone can anyone can pick. Pancakes are the best choice for breakfast. Anyone can pick. Okay, so it's letting the reader know that this will be an essay about pancakes. You can mention waffles, but you can't say that they're as good as pancakes because you have to pick one. And I'm letting them know right away that I love pancakes, that pancakes are my choice. So everything else I write is going to have to do with why pancakes are superior to waffles, why they're so great. Okay. But this is my opening line. This is my thesis statement. This is the statement that tells the reader immediately what my point of view is. Okay, so let's try another one. So actually, before we try another one, why don't you go ahead and write your own thesis statement? Pancakes or waffles? Maybe you want to pick waffles. Maybe so you choose and write a thesis statement saying how you think pancakes or waffles are superior. Don't copy mine. Good. And so remember, once again, every time I put the pen down, you pause. Every time I lift it up, you could just, it means we're back. Okay. So you each should have a sentence. Why don't we take some volunteers? Go ahead and raise your hand and let me hear your sentence. Excellent. I heard some great thesis statements as to why waffles are better and why pancakes are better. All right, let's do the next one. Let's do number 2. Here is my prompt. Your family can't decide whether to take a trip to the ocean or to the forest. Persuade them, that means convince them, let them know, make them see your point of view. Persuade them to choose either the ocean or the forest. Your family can't decide whether to take a trip to the ocean or to the forest. Persuade them to choose either the ocean or the forest. So for me personally, waffles and pancakes, I'm not that passionate about, but I do like the ocean a lot more than the forest. I really enjoy the ocean. So maybe you really enjoy the forest. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write a thesis statement for me because I am picking the ocean over the forest. Because remember, the thesis statement, you have to pick one, which I did, the ocean, and I have to state my point of view. So I'm going to go ahead and write for mine. There is no destination or place. There's no destination as beautiful as the ocean. I'm not going to give all my reasons yet. This is just my thesis statement. So if I were going to write an essay on how the ocean is better than the forest, the very first sentence should tell the reader what I'm talking about. What am I talking about? The ocean. And what I feel about that. What my opinion, if I'm saying that there is no destination is beautiful, it's saying that I love it, right? You go ahead and write your thesis statement based on this prompt. Okay, go ahead. Excellent. And remember, you're not copying mine, you're making your own. Okay, so let's hear some of yours. Raise your Zoom hand, or if you're in a traditional classroom, just raise your hand. Good, good. Love to hear it. I love it, love it, love it. Excellent. Let's do the next one. The next one, I'm not gonna tell you what to write. I'm not gonna give you an example. You're just gonna pick one and you're gonna write it in a sentence. I might give you some examples verbally, so you have to listen, but you're gonna write your own. All right. This is for number 3. We currently attend school for 6 hours and 5 days a week. Should that be changed to 8 hours and 4 days a week? Why or why not? We currently attend school for 6 hours, 5 days a week. Should that be changed to 8 hours, 4 days a week? Why or why not? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just pick randomly. I'm going to pick this one. Okay, 6 hours, like what we have now. So my thesis should be sticking with the 5-day-a-week school. Wait, let me rephrase that. A 5-day-a-week school schedule should remain in place. That's telling how I feel about something. Or let's say I pick this one. It's time to change our current school week to 4 days a week. Something like that would be a good thesis statement. So first, you're going to pick one. Which one do you want? Do you want 6 hours for 5 days, or do you want 8 hours for 4 days? So first in your head, pick one. And then we're not going to worry about why or why not yet, but we're going to write a thesis statement saying what our opinion is. Go ahead and write it down right here. Excellent. Go ahead and share your thesis statement with someone in your Zoom call or in your class. Excellent. I hear there's lots of votes for 4 days a week. Yes, so just as long as your reader knows that right away, that's fantastic. So we just did number 3. I'm going to put a little check. We did number 2. We did number 3. We did number 4. Okay. No, we're doing number 4. Forgive me, forgive me. All right. Here we go. Many believe that music education is beneficial to students. Should all students be made to study music for 1 year? Why or why not? I'm going to read that again. Many believe that music education is beneficial to students. Should all students be made to study music for 1 year? Why or why not? So think, first of all, yes or no. Yes, I agree that all students should have to study music for 1 year. No, I don't agree. Okay. So first you have to decide. You have to pick one, right? That's the first thing you have to do. The second thing you have to do is state that in a great sentence that will become your thesis statement. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose no. Okay. And I'm going to let the reader know that immediately. So I will write my example for number 4. Music education should be a choice for all students. I'm letting the reader know what this is about, music education, and I'm letting them know what I think, that it should be a choice. So it should not be forced on everyone for 1 year. If that were my thesis statement. What if I chose, yes, it should? I could write a sentence such as, everyone should be exposed to music in school for at least 1 year. That would be a great thesis statement for the other point of view. Go ahead and write your own for number 4. Excellent. Excellent. And the last one, I'm not going to write it. I'm not going to write it. But you are going to write, and I'm not going to write an example, but you are. A few cities have imposed a tax on soda. Do you think this is fair? Why or why not? A few cities have imposed a tax on soda. Do you think this is fair? Why or why not? So first, yes or no, do you think it's fair? So maybe I will say no. Let's just say no. And I'm not going to go into why or why not, but I could write something like, I don't think anyone should be taxed based on their choices. Or maybe I want to vote yes. Maybe I think there should be a tax because, it's healthier to not have soda. I could write, um, um, a, the health of a community is worth any cost. Or let me think of a better one. A soda tax would make my community healthier. That sentence would let the reader know that you agree with the soda tax, right? So either way, you're going to write one thesis statement for this prompt for number 5. Go ahead. Does anyone want to share theirs? Go ahead. Excellent. So now you have a piece of paper here and you have 5 thesis statements for our imaginary prompts. You did a great job. See you next time. Bye.